We are live with what can only be described as why did you feel the need? Why are you doing this now? What you don't you you don't need to do this. Cease. Halt. Cease. I'm just gonna spin my chair away from you. Oh god, they're all... Oh god. Don't do this. I just went live. No. Cease. Cease. Anyway, if you missed it, can you not interrupt me? That would make my life wonderful. Cease. Halt. Cease. As I was saying, if you've missed it, we've been doing the end of every Forza Horizon game here on the channel the past few days. We did Horizon 1 on Saturday, Horizon 2 on Sunday. Yesterday we did 3. And now here we are today playing Dilbert. Because this game is named Dilbert for some reason. Because I decided to name this game Dilbert. Also, my overlay is not there and I should fix that. It's fine. I'm a gamer. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So yeah. We're gonna be playing through all of Horizon 4's Goliaths today. Depending on how long the stream is, I don't know. I'm probably, possibly, maybe gonna do other things. Because, obviously, the stream has to be long enough to be a good stream.
Welcome back, Cat.
So there's that. She is just sitting on one of my shoes. Also Powerpuff Gurkha, because this is a thing that I found, because it's really funny. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. You know, I'm gonna have to head to the mainland. I have Fortune Island set as my main spawn location. So I think the way I'm gonna do this is I am gonna do the same order that, do I wanna drive down? Yeah, we can drive down. I think I'm going to do the same order that I plan to do Horizon 5's in on the mainland, and then we're going to do the DLC last. So that'll be neat. So we're going to be doing the Juggernaut first, because that's a drag race, and also it's a PR stunt in 5. So you know, there's that. And then after that, we're going to be doing the Colossus, which is the sprint road race Goliath. And then after that, we're going to be doing the one whose name I can't remember, which is the dirt thing. And then we're going to be doing the Titan, which is cross country. And then we're going to be doing the marathon. And then after that, we're going to be coming to the Island of Misfortune. That's what it's called, right? I think. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. And then we're going to be doing the Kraken, and then the Leviathan, and then we're going to be heading to Legoland. And that's where we'll be doing some spicy Lego Goliath shenanigans. I don't know what the shenanigans will consist of, but they will consist of probably Legos and probably vehicles. Don't know if I want to drive a Lego vehicle, though. Unsure of that yet. I have not picked out cars for this at all. But that's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Also, I have a Discord notification that I can't clear because Discord is currently dead. Also, I forgot to Twitter the stream out. Unless Discord undied, but I got the notification before it died and just didn't clear it yet. So that's fun. So yeah, is Discord undie yet? And this is the question. Oh, never mind, Discord undied. Let's go, gamers. It was also just connecting as well, so like, if you already were in a call, you'd have still been in it while it was down. I guess it wasn't down that long, which is good. I know that it was still down when I like hit go live, cause yeah, I was still looking at Discord waiting for a thing to load. So that's like a thing that happened in the last like 5 minutes. So that's neat. Also, I've been in a loading screen this whole time. I don't appreciate the Horizon 5 length loading screen. Okay, I had to clear the ping 3 times on mobile, so that's neat. Anyway, I do have a bunch of races that I haven't done. So I might do those if the stream ends up being really short. Maybe. We'll see. I am going to take off a bunch of stuff here. That would be the sound of food for the next week being delivered to my door. I am gonna go grab that and put it away. Just in case you were wondering what you just heard. So I will be back in a moment, and then we'll resume the gaming. That was not supposed to show up for another hour. So I love that it showed up right as I was getting started. That was great. Not even like right as I went live, because like that would have kind of been funny. But like no, it was just when I was actually trying to get started. Cause you know, life not being a pain in the ass wouldn't be any fun. Crap, I forgot the water. It's still outside. Hold on, I'm an idiot, chat. I'll be right back one more time, I swear. Okay, there we go. Back for real this time. I forgot to go grab the water because the Hot Pocket boxes were on top. And they were not bagged, and they were stuck together. Figure that one out. I don't know how that happens. But you know, it sure did. Is that guy's name Saved Planet? Saved Planes. If their name was Saved Planet, I was gonna say, oh, I guess they're not Earth. Oh well. It's fine. Wonder how far I could go if I just don't. Oh no, we're about to go uphill. How far can I make it? Obviously not the whole 5 miles, but like... Oh. Oh, I see. Can't even make it to the hill. Tragic. Tragic. I have boring basic bitch one. I am still wearing the unicorn bomber though. So that's fun. That's always funny. Also, yeah, one thing I'm going to be doing if you haven't... Life is pain. One thing I'm going to be doing is driving to each of these. Because I think that would make it probably a bit longer and a little more interesting. I mean, technically I drove to all of Horizon 3's Goliaths as well. It's just that all of those were right near the spawn points. So, like... I don't know if that counts. Also, this speed zone's one you're definitely meant to do going the opposite direction that I did, so that's always fun. Can I break this? I can. Dude, we got a seasonal championship? I might do that. If, Ow. If these Goliaths don't take, too long, I might do some Horizon 4 Zathon. Also, I'm currently going through a Yu-Gi-Oh phase, so expect Yu-Gi-Oh content on the channel soon, because I want to start working on stuff. If you don't know what a Yu-Gi-Oh phase is, so if you don't know, I play card games. My games of choice are Vanguard and Dragon Ball Super. I've actually kind of been off both of them for, like, a year. No, wait, hold on. 2 years? Basically everyone's favorite 5-letter C word made it so that I'm not comfortable Ubering myself. And so I am put in this unfortunate position where my mom does not wish to drive me to the kart shop to do some locals gaming, as one would prefer to do on a Saturday. And I don't have a license to drive myself, and as previously stated, I'm nowhere near comfortable Ubering. So, I haven't gone in 2 years, and unfortunately, the online scene has also kind of died in the last, 2 years, for some reason, for Vanguard, and DBS just kind of never really had one outside of the Discord that I just wasn't as active in after a little while. So, but, I've still been keeping up with the games, and I still care about both of them. And then there's Yu-Gi-Oh!, where I just, every few years, I just care about the game for, a few months. And that's currently happening. What do I want to drive is the question. What do I want to drive for the Colossus? I'm thinking I want to go with something zoomy. But how zoomy? I could. One of my 3 different Aventadors. I've barely played this game and I have 3 different Aventadors. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I could drive the Lamborghini Luigi Mobile, to be fair. 5-letter C word, you know, the one that's shut down the entire planet for, multiple years now. It's the fun one. Everyone's favorite. Ooh. I haven't driven this. Flip side, I haven't driven this. Maybe I shouldn't for this. You know, I want to do the Senna for the main Goliath. I think that's a good idea. And then, you know what? Ooh, and then I could do the Lego Senna for the Lego Goliath. That could be really cool. What do I want to drive? Big Larg Thunk. I could drive the Funny. That would be pain. You know what? I'll go with the Spider. Crap with 2 P's. True, true. One of us, one of us. I just think, even when I am paying attention to Yu-Gi-Oh!, I still think the game's bad. But flip side of that, there are still decks that I do like, at the very least conceptually, even when I don't care for the game. Like Fortune Lady's best deck, and I will fight you on that. Luna Lights are top tier. Everything World Legacy related is top tier. And on the note of Luna Lights and Orchists, Phantom Knights, please stop existing. I like having my important cards at 3. But, you know, we don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about it. It's not important. I mean, it is important, because one tiger is pain, but, you know, it's fine. Also, how long is this race? I did not pay attention if I could see how long it was. Oh. Well, this isn't even going to be that long of a race, is it? It's just a run up to... Okay. It's just a run up to Edinburgh. God damn, if they're all this short, this is not going to be a long stream if I don't do anything else. I was playing a different racing game earlier, and the cars are more responsive in this game, even though this is Understeer Simulator. They're responsive, they just don't do a lot when they respond. No, I was playing Grid. I bought the DLC stuff today because it was only $10 because I have Game Pass. I think I only got like $1 off with Game Pass, so like, you know, that's nice. It's like $40 to get the Ultimate Edition of the game, or you could just, if you have Game Pass, pay just the 10 and get all of the DLC, which is cool. But acceleration in that game is at least semi-random, I've learned today, by rewinding to roughly the same point, but in a straight line. Because I messed up coming into a corner out of a straight, and I rewound to fix it. And I was slower the second time through, despite having identical input going into it. So I kept rewinding, and I was getting slower for the first like 5 or 6 times, doing the same thing. Figure that one out. So yeah, acceleration in Grid is at least partially random. Fun fact. Also, I do want to do a stream of that game, but like I want to figure out what all I like doing in it first, because the game is the most awkward middle ground between Need for Speed Pro Street and the F1 games. And it makes some cars and disciplines just absolute pain to drive. And others feel really nice and smooth. So, you know. That's always nice. You want to turn in the corner there, buddy? Alright, see you later. I don't have sheep horn! When is next recording? Good question. My car just wouldn't. I don't know what happened there. My car just wouldn't. Also, speaking of Luna Lights, Arc 5 crapped out a lot of really interesting and fun decks. Even though it also crapped out the most horrendous abomination I've ever seen in a card game. Actually, that's not true. Putting spell cards into Vanguard is probably worse. Still upset that orders are a thing. Which is funny, because even though that bothers me as much as it does, one of my favorite overdress deck is an order-centric deck. I was gonna say one of my favorites, but no. Also, funny thing with Vanguard, I like to joke with my friends that Bushiroad is stalking me because, just... So if you look at if you look at the cat girl in my profile picture, and then you go look at the cat girl in Lyrical, right? You'll soon find some similarities in the design. Now I'll have you know that even though mine was made with a preset thingy character maker thing, right? I'll have you know that has existed for quite a while, and it's just, you know, oddly suspicious. Also, the trial deck that Bermuda Triangle got at the beginning of... Why did he just teleport? Hold on, can I get that... What? Why did he just disappear and reappear? I'm afraid I don't understand. Also, why can't I catch him? I guess if we just cheese the corners a little bit, I can just, you know, remedy that. But driving legit, I just couldn't. And that makes me sad. Also, yeah, so the first Bermuda wave in V, right? They get this trial deck. And the boss of this trial deck kind of looks like me. If I was a fish. And if I was cute. And I'm just over here like, no, are you serious? You've just printed me as a cute fish lady. This is not okay. I'll have you know I am a cat grill, not a fish grill. Also, on the note of... Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Why are you have to bark? Hello there. Also, in the first wave of Bermuda support in V, they printed a card that did something that I joked another card should do from the first V set. And it was about a year later, and that was neat. Also, wow, that was only 5 minutes. That was,
That was amazing. I don't think Rebecca could have found a better road racer if she tried. So, tell me, how does it feel to be Horizon's new road racing champion?
disappointing, honestly. That was, not a good... It was not a good race. Are you like required by law to do this or something? Or like... Or are you just choosing to? You just want me to pet you? Is this all you're after? Also, I want to get away from the copyright music, please. Oh god. I hope I don't get claimed for that. Don't do it. Anyway, after that complete and utter disappointment, I realize I forgot the Juggernaut, but that's fine, we can do it next, because it'll also take me to around the Gauntlet is what it's called. I see. Oh, also, by the way, if you didn't know, if you didn't know, at the end of running all of Horizon 5's Goliaths on Thursday, I will be announcing what the channel anniversary stream sleeplock shenanigans thingle McDingle is going to be. So that's going to be pretty fun. I've been dropping hints each stream. Saturday's hint was that it is so long that it has to be split across 2 weekends, but they're both still going to be very long streams. Sunday's hint was that even though they're long, it's still going to be pretty fast-paced. There's not actually going to be a whole lot of downtime going on. And then yesterday's hint was that it involves multiple games, but it's not the entirety of any of the involved games. And then for today's hint, you know, I had a cool one, and I've totally forgotten what it was, so, I don't have a hint yet, but I'll think of one. Eventually. Probably. Dear God, the music. Why? Okay, we're throwing on the music of mine so that it drowns this out. Let me pull up my stream music playlist. If you want to check out any of the music playing, it's going to be in the bottom left. Any of the artists, they'll be linked in the description. And hopefully, that will drown out... Hopefully that will drown out the unavoidable instances of music that they, for some reason, brought back in full swing from Horizon 1. I was gonna say Persona, but then you said multiple games. Nice. basically the closest thing we've got to a drag Goliath in Forza. It is the most technical drag course in a Forza game. How did that guy crash? Understeer Simulator! And I'm missing the checkpoint. Tragic. Hello there. You can't. Oh. Uh-huh. He has now walked to the arm of the couch and is just staring at me over it. Hello. Are you just... Okay. I see. I see. Persona games have speedrun hours of 19 hours or more. Og Gaming? And the reason I still play Horizon 4 is because the IDR and Lancia. Fair enough. I think there's an argument to be made that this game's probably your best fill-in if you want to play a motorsport game but don't have access to one. Like, that's about the best thing I can say about the way the handling in this game is it's the closest Horizon has ever gotten to being motorsport. I hate that I have to mash through this, but, you know, that's fine. It's fine. Also, unlocking the Juggernaut isn't like a super long grind like unlocking the Goliath is, but it's just a pain in the ass because it's tedious because of how little drag races actually give you. Also, I like how the Gauntlet and the Titan start pretty close together. I just find that kind of neat.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I would like you to know that at no point in those spins did I go above half throttle. Ow. I am barely touching the accelerate. I am barely down on the right trigger here.
In 100 yards, turn left.
Okay, there we go. I try to make sure these three are calm before I go live.
400 yards, turn left.
And then the food got delivered. And now they're not. And this is upsetting. Why does it just spin? Why does it refuse to stop spinning? Does my car dream of becoming a Beyblade when it grows up?
200 yards, turn sharp right. You have arrived at your destination.
It spun left while I was holding right and barely touching the button. What is life? I already know what car I'm driving for this. Here it is. Doesn't show, but I promise you, this has rally tires on it. Gotta go with the trusty rally Huracan. Turn right to go left. True. True. I guess this also has rally tires, technically, doesn't it? Ah, well. We're gonna go with the Rally Huracan for maximum funny value. The Gauntlet! Hopefully less disappointing than the Colossus. But probably not, because it's Dilbert. Dilbert's always a disappointment. Hello, friend. I wish to overtake you, please. Good sir, and or madam, and or cheeseburger. You might be food. I can't actually see inside of your car from the angle I'm at. For all I know, you could be an elephant. Hell, for all I know, there's no driver and it's just a car. And he has laid back down. I think he just wanted me to pet him. Optimal gameplay. Optimal gameplay. Optimal gameplay. Nothing wrong here. I love understeering in every corner because it's this game. I don't have a funny sheep horn. Those are rocks. I should not drive into them. I mean, so far it seems better than the Colossus, but not by much. I don't know. Not much I can really say about this race. It's certainly the Gauntlet in Forza Horizon 4. I think it's been more dirt than asphalt though, which is something you can't say about Horizon 5. Horizon 5 Gauntlet. So, you know, maybe Dilbert did something right in the end after all. I think part of it, too, is just that I came off of Horizon 3 from yesterday. And it's like, in terms of both handling and track design, this is just such a downgrade. Ooh, a little bit of a tight section? I don't hate that, actually. I don't know. This one goes on, and I'm kind of liking it a bit. It's just... It's in Horizon 4. I think that in a game that felt more fun to drive this in, this would be a much better course. Yeah, but I won't. It's not so bad. It's better and twice as long as... It's better than and twice as long as the Colossus. Which is funny, because the Colossus in 5 is the longest race, not counting custom routes, that's ever been in a Horizon game, I believe. And then the Goliath in 5 is the longest circuit that's ever been in a Horizon game. Again, excluding customs. Can I not get magnets sucked into the rock walls, please? Like, I wasn't steering into them. I was very much steering away from them. And the car was just like, I was trying to say consume and nom nom at the same time, and I just kept saying calm. So, you know. You know. I don't like that he's keeping up. And I would like you to not, Mr. Green Car. Optimum. That was actually pretty spicy in the corner, but I like how when I'm screwing up and dicking around, I'm pulling ahead. And then when I actually take a corner, like, genuinely, legitimately well. Oh my god, car, please. But I take it, so I take a corner genuinely, legitimately well, and I lose time. I take a corner like an absolute dumbass, and I've gained time. How does this make sense here? Do you want me to cheese your ass with a toaster? Like... I don't know what that sentence means, but... Okay, wow, Understeer Simulator. Let's go, gamers. Is this one also... Oh, no, okay. I just saw City, or not City, I just saw that layout, and I thought it was, I thought that was, like, this area, and I was like, is it really ending in Edinburgh? But no. Is this ending at the start of the... Almost. Almost. Ow. I appreciate the speed section with jumps in this race. I think that's a nice little addition to have toward the end. 25 miles an hour, OP. You know what? I've already broken the order by having done the Colossus first, and this is dumping me near the start of the marathon. So I think I'm gonna do that next. Screw the order. Screw the order. That's the order for tomorrow. That's the order for tomorrow. Who cares about that? I saw my main account in the Drivatar list, and I panicked because I was like, how did I finish third? But it's because I finished both first and third. That was a pretty alright course. Like, pretty disappointing for, you know, being the dirt racing champion, but...
Alex tells me you're back from the gauntlet and that...
Good.
You're
Good
Horizon's
news.
new dirt racing champion. Nice work. Just before you visit me in the Horizon offices, wipe your feet, will you?
But all the dirt's on my car. If it got inside, I'm a little concerned. Anyway. Please straighten out! Or don't. That's fine. Dilbert moment.
200 yards. Turn right. Turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so. 200 yards.
But you know, I mean, that wasn't terrible. I think for being the final dirt race of the game, it was a little disappointing, but... And then again, most of the races in this game were disappointing, and I mean, when the standard was set by the Colossus, it's not hard to top, so, you know, that's nice at least. Now, for the marathon, I'm gonna drive the car that unlocked me the main Goliath. I drove this for all of my road races, and some of my dirt races, because it has the influence boost, and that makes it much easier to do the thing in a more timely manner. Because you have to get road racing to level 20 to unlock the Goliath. And like what I think would have made the most sense is like, okay, so get every race type up to like one level higher than their Goliath unlock, right? Or maybe clear every other Goliath. Clear the Marathon, Gauntlet, Titan, Colossus, and Juggernaut. And then it would unlock the Goliath. But no, it's just pain in the ass, Ryan. Hello, CD. Welcome to stream. We are currently in the third Goliath, the fourth Goliath. The Juggernaut's kind of a Goliath, I guess. We're doing the marathon. There are 2 left aside from the DLCs after this one. Yeah, welcome to Stream CD. I hope you're having a fan-hecking-tastic day. God damn, Dilbert, dude! You can't, like, make micro adjustments because you just understeer into them. Traffic is gonna make this painful. I can't get back on the road. There we go. Making small adjustments is so difficult. You understeer so much, and then there's just that one random time where you don't, and then you hit a tree, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, thanks, game. Because I have any way of knowing that's going to happen. Cool. That was me holding all the way left. It was as far left as I went. I don't like the way this game handles. It's like no matter what I do, the game is trying to put me into the traffic car. God, dude. It's awful. First place is really running away? Yeah, it's Forza. They do that. That's not a Dilbert exclusive. Man, I love when my cars understeer no matter what I do. It's such a fun handling model when it's just understeer on understeer on understeer, and I just can't turn. Micro adjustments, those aren't important, we just understeer. It's painful, and the traffic makes it so much worse. And it's like, the track isn't even interesting to make up for it either. Like, it's not exceptionally boring or anything, but this is not something I am ever going to replay. This game's Gauntlet? Absolutely. If I'm playing this game and I'm looking for a 10-minute run, I can see myself running the Gauntlet. That was a pretty good time. Relatively speaking, of course. But not this. Or the Colossus. Turn! Holding the stick hard right. That whole time. What even is that? That's not a car name, that's a goddamn... I don't even know what that is. That's some, like, secret code language. It's not a real car name. That's like some government communications device. Micro adjustments? Nah, wall adjustments. Pretty much! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, turn! I am actually getting frustrated. How long have I been live for? Like half an hour? And the game's already pissing me off. Because I just can't turn. No, I've been live for an hour. Okay. You know what? I don't need to turn here. They knew. They knew with this checkpoint placement. They knew damn well what they were doing. Wow. I don't buy for a second that you put a technical section in a game that understeers this hard and gave me those corner cuts. You did not do that not knowing how painful it would be trying to drive that normally. No, you do that you do that knowing your handling model sucks when you're making a course. You don't just accidentally leave a cut like that in a section where the cut's basically mandatory to not just rage quit. Absolutely not. I don't buy for a second that they didn't know, at least by the time this race was made. But yeah, the game kind of sucks. Dilbert is a disappointment. And should be shunned as such. If this was your introduction to Forza, I apologize. What is turning good for anyway? You know, another good way of describing this game's handling is regardless of your car and speed, it's like you're driving a front-wheel drive car at 200 miles an hour. That's what it handles like. You can't turn, you can't adjust, there's nothing you can do. You go where the game wants you to go, and it takes a lot of effort to change where the game is going. Like, did I want to be over here off-road? No. Did I have a choice? God, no, I tried. I tried to have a choice, and the game denied me that choice, so, you know, that's fun. And the AI doesn't care because they're the AI on higher difficulties, which means they just get to ignore the actual problems with how the game handles. And there's that bit of not understeering as much as I expect to based on how the game normally handles. Because of course it's got to throw that in. Because why would having a consistent handling model make the game a more enjoyable experience? Especially when it's usually this understeery, and the inconsistency is that sometimes you just kind of go drifting when you tap the stick. It's good game design. Good game design out of 10 right there. I can't... I started holding right a little before this. And I didn't go right at all. And now I did! I hate this game. This is just a bad game. This is just a bad game. Like, I'm not saying by any means that I'm good at the game. Wow, okay. Like, I'm not saying by any means that I am good at this game. But, like, doing the same thing at roughly the... Doing the same thing in roughly the same spot should not result in that drastic of a difference. Especially when both times I did it on the same surface. Like, it's not like, oh, it's a slightly different time and one of them's on road and one of them's on dirt. No, they were both on the road. Also, I couldn't steer away from that wall. I tried. The game said no. Also, I love the rubber banding of the AI. Like, they didn't care that I went schmoovin' off-road like that. They just zoomed, caught up to me, and stopped. So that's fun. So that was a terrible experience.
Yes! Okay, breathe, Jay, just breathe. No, that was, that was alright, I guess.
And apparently I reached round 10 of Street Scene. Understandable, have a nice day.
Hey, Kat. See, to tell you that last night's marathon was one of your most incredible drives yet, I'd have to know about it, which I don't, so I won't.
I see. Alright, let's drop the $6,000. I know I said I was going to drive to all of them. I don't want to drive all the way across the map here. I don't feel like it. Not after that. Not after that experience. Not after that awful experience. Dude, that was so bad. That was such an awful race. I can't believe how bad that was. That was painful. Does it tell me how long the race is? Oh, it's a 10-mile race. I'm doing it. I've got to make my fun somehow. I've got to make my fun happen somehow. We're going with the stock tractor, baby! Because I don't know how else to have fun with this game anymore. I don't know how I'm supposed to enjoy this. Alright, let's go, baby! Tractor time! See, at least when that happens in cross-country, the checkpoints are typically wide enough that, like, it's not gonna force you to rewind and slow down to, like, single-digit speed, only for the AI to blow past you at 200 miles an hour because they don't actually have to deal with the understeer at all. Because their cars drive like it's like Horizon 5 or you know, something with a good handling model for the races in this game. I don't like that I'm not able to catch up to them. Like, I don't have to slow down in corners for the most part. But they still corner faster than me. And pull away in the straights. And I might actually not win this race. And that really bothers me. That I've just chosen the wrong car. I hate that this is a thing that can happen in Forza. Where it's like, oops, you chose the wrong car, all the AI is gonna go past you. And like, if you're on higher difficulty, sure, I guess that makes sense, but like, this just isn't fair. And I'm not on, like, I'm at like, the high end of medium difficulties. And this is exactly why I don't raise my difficulty. Because sometimes this happens because I chose the wrong car or something. And it's literally, I can't keep up. There's nothing I can do here. To be fair, this is not an issue just with Horizon 4. This is an issue in 5 as well. But that doesn't make it not an issue. This is just really stupid. This is just so beyond stupid. Also, this thing shouldn't be stock. Last time I messed with this thing, it wasn't stock, and I didn't reset it to stock, so I'm kind of upset that it's stock. But I was gonna drive it either way, and I didn't feel like... In a Forza Horizon 4 cross-country race. I don't care how good the rest of the race is, that makes this race terrible. In this game, in the race type where your builds are going to struggle the most fitting in there, you have to. Also, yeah, we're 60% in and I'm still getting pulled away from. I'm just going to start over and I am turning the difficulty on the AI all the way down. This is just what I do. If the game has decided that my car isn't good enough, no matter how well I drive, I decide that the game is not good enough, no matter how well I drive. Why the hell is it on expert? Did it ignore me going down when I went to say no? Or was no the default, or what? No, it wanted to race from expert. What the hell is wrong with this game? It changed my difficulty. Yeah, no, that is definitely grounds for flooring the AI difficulty for this race. Hell no! Hell no! Are you serious? Bullshit! Hey, my car's understeering more, doing the same thing in that corner that I did the first time. Like, I'm sure something about my angle was different, but I understeered more. So that's fun. I guess it's just the game retaliating for me turning down the AI difficulty. Again, the game wants to turn up the AI difficulty to above my comfort zone because I opened the game. No, it goes all the way down. Hell no. Hell no. Why the hell was my AI difficulty turned up from where I normally have it? Hell, in 4 I don't even normally play on highly skilled because, like, this handling model, I just don't like the inconsistency of the AI. The test car from Hot Wheels Unleashed. I see. I can't get over the fact that the game turned up my AI difficulty at some point, somewhere, sometime, without me doing it. I can't... Like, only Horizon 4. It has the worst handling model. It has a bug where if you rewind too much, you have to restart the game to get your rewinds back. It has the most bland and boring course design. It has the most bland map for exploration. The handling model's terrible. The handling model's terrible. And if I haven't mentioned it yet, the handling model's awful. And apparently, it can change the AI difficulty without asking you. Technically, Horizon 5 can do that, but that's when an event or championship sets the difficulty automatically, and when you get out, it changes back to what you had. Horizon 4, somewhere along the way, it just decided I was going to bump up a difficulty. So, you know, that's fun. That's good. That's good game design that it just decided that without asking me first. And then asked me to up it again! And my dumbass didn't read because I assumed I was on the difficulty that I played with it set to last. It's not okay! It's the weatherman! The weatherman predicts in the forecast there's a 100% chance of this game is bad. And it's also raining whales, apparently. I don't like this game. I don't know if I've made that clear yet. I love the Forza AI. Even on minimum difficulty, that one's still somewhat keeping up while the rest of them aren't. Good. Gotta love Forza AI. I see. I see. The course itself isn't awful. And actually, most of the corners are, like, fine. They're not... It's not like the marathon where it feels like... Where parts of it feel like they knew exactly how bad the handling was, and parts of it felt like they didn't. But unfortunately, I can't forgive making you go under one of those towers in the race type where you're likely to be driving large vehicles, where you are likely to be driving cars that are made to swing wide and not do super precise things. In the game where you understeer stupidly hard, case in point. I mean, you can even see my steering wheel's hard left and I was braking. I guess you can't see that I was braking, but I was braking, and you could see my steering wheel. So, you know. And then I just went straight. And, like, I genuinely, that tower, no matter what this track would have been rated, that tower alone makes it a 0 out of 10. Because it automatically becomes more of a pain in the ass. Also, being in Horizon 4 hurts it pretty. My car was not fast enough.
I always knew you had it in you. The Titan is down, and we have a new cross-country champion. That was some fine racing out there. Well done. You earned it.
That was not a good experience.
Hey, Kat. Congratulations on finishing the Titan and becoming Horizon's new cross-country champion. Between you and me, I always knew you had it in you.
Okay. Let's hope the Goliath fares a little better and doesn't, you know, change my difficulty without my permission. We will drive the cover car for this race, if it would let me. Oh god, that was a painful sneeze. Ugh. Ah. I don't know, maybe the Senna will feel better. Because there are some cars in this game that feel fine in this handling model. Funny thing is, the Spider gave me hell, but that was one of the cars that usually feels good in this model. Then again, the Alpha's also one that usually feels good in this handling model, and it gave me hell in the Marathon, so maybe the game just hates me today. Maybe the game just hates me today. Now, when I set it to the difficulty I would like to play on game, I would like you to keep it on the difficulty I set. It's my one request. I'm so used to seeing the Lego interior of this thing. And it's too early to rewind. Cool. Cool. Game just ignored my steering wheel. I want to see this on the replay. I want to see this back on stream. Was my steering wheel turned at all? Nope, it just ignored it. I didn't even understeer. It just ignored what I was doing. The game just completely ignored me. Because everyone knows the best game design for a race game's handling model is to randomly ignore the player's inputs. I see we took some notes out of the Crew 2's book. I mean, I guess they did release in the same year. Was that just a hot thing to do in 2018? Was that just a hot thing to do with your racing game in 2018? Was to say it was gonna be more fun if you just said, hey, randomly, I'm gonna ignore your inputs? Oh. It's not too early. I have the bug. Unless the game went and turned my rewind off, I have the bug. Are you serious? Are you serious? I am trying to have a good stream. I have the bug. I'm gonna start again, and I'm gonna rewind early, just to see if I have access to it. And if not, I have to restart my game. They are just ramming me. Like, the AI are just ramming me. And I don't have rewind. Are you kidding me? Are we being real right now, Dilbert? Are we being real right now, Dilbert? So I've been live for an hour and a half. In that time, the game turned my AI difficulty up without asking me. I'm going to assume that either happened last time I closed the game or on startup based on the way the AI were driving. Although I could see it having been turned up after the Colossus. And then on top of that, I got the rewind bug. And the AI just started ramming into me. Every single time I started that race. Are you serious? And I know sometimes with racing game AI, if they're like set to drive on a line, they're gonna hit you if you're on their line. I get that. But like, know if I was on the line for all of those. I'm pretty sure I wasn't for a few of those hits. I'm pretty sure the AI came off the line to hit me. Which is a thing the AI does in Horizon 4. Sometimes they do it in 5. Sometimes the AI in Formula 1 2020 does that. Not a joke, by the way. If you turn the AI difficulty too high in the F1 games, apparently it's been an issue for actually, like, a good few entries. But if you turn the AI difficulty up high enough in the F1 games, they just start ramming you. Like, they'll leave the racing line to smack into you. And then you'll get thrown off track. You'll get penalized for exiting, for I don't know what it is. I don't remember what it's called, but for violating track boundaries or whatever the hell it's called. When you go on the outside, but it's not a corner cut. And you'll get warned or penalized for a collision. Because the AI rams you. Because the way the game handles collisions in single player in F1, you're always at fault. The player is always at fault. So they will literally brake check you in the middle of a straight or ram into you in a corner. They will come off the line and drive into you. And it's so dumb. Also, actually, fun fact, hey, I have my rewind back, let's go. Fun fact, last time I played this game, I got rewind bug, in free roam. Which is why I hopped off, actually. I was gonna play for a little longer, because I was gonna, like, go in and pick out cars for today. And I had been playing for, I did one race. And I don't even remember what car it was in. It was probably in the Gurkha, because I was messing around with that the time before. And then I had rewind bug in free roam, and I was just like, no, I'm done here. Also, I should do this. That would be a good idea. Now you guys can hear the game when it starts making noise again. I cannot believe how much has gone wrong. I am genuinely... Like, I'm upset. I'm genuinely bothered by the things this game has done to me today. Because it's not okay that they never fixed rewind bug. It's not okay that the game turned my difficulty up without asking. Like, it's not okay that the AI just rams you for no good reason. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna turn on the full race line this time. I want to see if I'm on the line if they ram me again. Of course, once I turn it on, they probably won't. But, like, this is a bad video game. This is a poorly designed game. There is no reason to play Horizon 4 over 5 other than availability, or if you really like not being able to turn your cars. If you really prefer the handling model, or there's 1 or 2 cars in this game, or you can't play 5 for whatever reason. Those are the only reasons. And if it's the cars, like, they'll probably come to 5 eventually. I forgot to turn the full line on. Hold on. I actually want to do that. Because again, I want to see if I'm on the line when they're slamming into me. I want to see where the line is when they're slamming into me. So at the beginning here, when they're slamming me, yeah, no, it is because it's on the left. See, now I have the now I have the line on, and they're not ramming me anymore. See, like, both of those were just, they wanted the line, and that's how the AI drives. And that's fair, and that's fair. It's annoying, but it's how the AI drives. Right? And that's normal. But, like, dear God, I can't turn! This is not... Nothing in this game is designed around the amount of understeer that is not at all avoidable. And then I just spin! What if I just let go of the throttle? What if I just don't? Then I don't spin. But if I put any pressure down on the right trigger, I spin. And I was only spinning because I had to try and deal with the fact that I was this is a bad game. This is a terrible game. And then the car actually lets me turn in the corner, which is something it hasn't been doing. So I go on the dirt, so it screws me over, and I can't countersteer because, oops, I understeered too much because it's this game. I'm about to just floor the difficulty for the rest of the stream and just drive the courses. Here. Alright. This is the sound... Alright, here. This is the sound of me holding right on the stick. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. The first time I went in there, I wasn't touching my stick. Why did I go left? Why am I not slowing down from my brakes? This game is bad! The only thing that could have made this stream worse is if it were winter when I went to do this. Get off the grass. So that time I went on the grass intentionally, let it be known. How in the hell did... So I mentioned earlier how the AI in this game is generally not affected by the horrendous understeer. So when they go flying off like that because of the understeer... Look, okay. I think that right there is some pretty good evidence that this game understeers too hard. If the AI, on difficulties where most of them are up there, where I'm having trouble just slightly adjusting for these corners, because of the handling model, by the way... Because I have to take several attempts with different amounts of pressure on the stick to figure out what... Why did I go so far right there? Also, that's twice now that the AI has been screwed by the understeer. 4 times the AI has been screwed by the understeer, and this is the AI that is supposed to be stuck to the line, basically. And they just go blowing past me, because they do handle better than me, and they do accelerate faster than me, and they probably have a higher top speed than me, because it doesn't matter what car they're driving, that's how Forza AI is designed, and they still get screwed by the understeer. And at no point did anyone playtesting think that was a problem. At no point in playtesting did anyone say, hey, the game sucks so bad that the AI can't drive. That the AI can't stick to the line. Have you considered, like, letting the steering wheel be a steering wheel? Like, at no point did anyone suggest that. At no point did anyone notice that. I can't. This game is so bad. This game is so bad. I want it to be known that I had fun with the Gauntlet. That is the only race that that race is the only stretch of fun I have had in the past 94 minutes that I have been live. I have not had fun with anything else on this stream. When I am holding right and moving at 120 miles an hour, you do not move in a straight line. Your handling model is bad. I'm flooring the AI difficulty for the rest of the stream. I'm not putting up with this crap. I'm not putting up with this crap. I'm not turning it back up again this stream. I'm not doing this. I'm not dealing with this game's bullshit. This game's handling model, plus however the hell Forza AI always ends up stupidly far ahead. No, I'm not. It's not happening. I'm done. Fuck this. The car... Chat. The camera angle affects my handling. The camera I'm driving affects my handling. Okay. Wow. I keep thinking there's one more camera than there is. Because there is! I'm hitting it 5 times! What the hell?! I hit it 5 times and it kept cycling. That time I hit it 5 times slowly and... whatever. The car grips better when I'm driving in first person. The car is noticeably more stable if I drive in the first person camera. The camera I am driving in affects my handling. So, what happened? No, what? It was like I got hit. It was like I got hit from behind, but there was no one near me. What is this game? What is this game? So the car handling differently in first person versus chase cam is one of those things where it is such a bad, like, I would love to hear if anyone has an argument for how that's not terrible game design, because, wow. Having an optimal camera angle, because if every car handles differently depending on your camera, that means that every tune has an optimal camera angle, and it might not be the same. And not everyone can drive every camera angle, because some people get motion sick driving certain cameras. I have met people that can only drive first person or like hood cam or bumper cam in racing games. I have met people that can't drive chase cam because they get motion sick and they will vomit. I know people who are the same way with first person. So by having your handling affected by the camera you're driving, in a series partially known for its accessibility features, and I still can't turn in. Please turn instead of just going sideways. Thank you. It's having camera affect your handling is one of those things where it is such bad decision making in making a game. It is such awful game design that I have to wonder, how in the hell, what mental gymnastics did you have to do to even think of that? Then to think it was a good enough idea to suggest or implement or whatever, and then that it was a good enough idea that no one thought there was a problem with it. Literally, how does something like that come into your brain and make it all the way to release and never get fixed while the game is being patched for 3 years? I am baffled. I am dumbfounded. I am in shock and awe. Also, hello, Boomy. Welcome to stream. Vroom indeed. I just... There is so much wrong with this game. Not to mention, the sense of speed is awful. Like, 5's isn't great either. This is about what doing 120 to 150 feels like in 5. That's the vibe I get out of doing 210 in 4. And on top of a terrible sense of speed, the game feels even slower because of the understeer, because it just is slower in the corners. It's awful. This game is so bad. I cannot believe this is like the actual finished, completed product of Forza Horizon 4. I don't even know what to say about this. It's so... I love the handling model that does not allow me to make this turn while on the accelerator in a rear-wheel drive car. Like, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. This game is so goddamn awful. Holy shit. Turn. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. You know, every time I played this game grinding to unlock this race, I at least had a little bit of fun. I didn't actually encounter a lot of major issues other than just the general dislike of the handling model, but I wasn't on tracks where it was like a huge issue. And today has been nothing but tracks where it's a huge issue. Oh, this is where you go to Fortune Island, isn't it? I couldn't turn away. I tried. I unpredictably oversteered into that and couldn't get away because I very predictably understeered when trying to go away from it. So, you know, not only did I get screwed by the handling model, but by whatever RNG decides whether you understeer or oversteer at any given time. Because game design. Am I right? It's so bad. This game is so bad. I would like to have fun. Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe the rest of these will be fun. I mean, the Lego map's pretty. The Lego map's pretty all right. And I say pretty all right because really, it's not great, but it's not the worst thing in the world. You know, it's better than this. It's better than the mainland in this game, which isn't a high bar. It's also better than Fortune Island, which also isn't a high bar. Just kind of held back by being small because it's an expansion. I tapped the brake there just to show you what I did. Well, here, I'll do it. I'll let off the throttle and do it. So let me... That is what I did when I went all slidey like that. I have no idea why it caused me to do that. That's how little I tapped the brake. And that one time, it made my car freak the hell out. This game is bad. No, this game is bad. It's just awful, dude. It's so bad. Why my car went that far right, I will never know. Why my car understeered so hard left after going that far right, I will also never know. Because clearly, if I could go that far right so quickly, I should have been able to snap back left. But no, I couldn't. Because the handling is not consistent. And it can change and change back on a dime. Part of me that was hoping that today would like really cement just that no, this game does have its merits. No, this game just cemented my dislike more than anything. This stream has just made me hate this game more than ever. And the best part, the Goliath wasn't even fun in terms of its layout. It's not a fun track to run. It's not one I'm ever going to revisit, even if I have the chance to drive it on a good handling model. The only good Goliath, if you don't have the DLC, and possibly if you do, I don't know. The only good Goliath, in my opinion, if you don't have the DLC, is this thing. Because it's the only one that I actually had fun with. And I had fun with it despite Horizon 4's handling model. So that should say something about it. And it sets the bar that gets knocked down like bowling pins. Let's go to Fortune Island. Let's go to Fortune Island. Let's go get disappointed on a pirate island. Because that sounds like a good time right about now. This game is so bad. I would like to have fun. I really would. I'm trying. I'm trying to, like... I'm trying to think of ways that I could steer this and spin this positive. But... just about every moment of this stream has been painful and frustrating. Like, genuinely. Like... obviously, I'm streaming, I'm playing it up a bit for the camera, but the frustration is there. This game is pissing me off. Quite bigly. Like... why did it change my difficulty? I don't... okay, well, let's do the Kraken. Let's do the Kraken. Bigly. There's no E in Bigly. There's no E in Bigly, but yeah. Yeah, this game is bigly pissing me the hell off. I feel like there has to be, like, enough steps that something this bad should not happen. Yet clearly, something like this was able to happen on account of I'm streaming it for you all to see. Let's go with the mono, because this is another one of the cars. This is another one of the cars that, like the Spider, which just gave me hell and let me down today. But, you know, maybe the mono will... The mono's hit or miss, depending on the track. But most courses I've driven the mono on in this game, it's felt pretty okay in this game's handling model. It's felt pretty tolerable. Oh, I see. It's a different word. I see. But, like, I'm running out of cars to try here, man. Crossbow. Dude, I'm scared to drive the crossbow in this game. I'm scared to drive the crossbow in this game. I'm scared that it's gonna be awful. I don't want to see what they've done to my baby. Whatever. Onward to the Kraken. Let's get Kraken. Anyway. Snappy boy. Oh. Oh. I can turn! I found a car capable of using the steering wheel successfully. I found a car with a steering wheel more effective than Ojama Yellow crashing into Ancient Gear Golem. Let's go, gamers! I'm sure there's some card that makes crashing Ojama Yellow into Ancient Gear Golem worth it. I'm sure there's at least one card in the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh's, like, 10,000 cards. Wasn't it like 8,000 in like 2018 or something. Surely they're up over 10,000 by now. So, is this just full outside, but only using... Yes. Ah! So that's what this is aside from this, because more technical bit is definitely worth it. It's going to be pretty much the same circuit, but this one stops it at the asphalt, and the other one's going to be probably cut out maybe this section down here, and just stick with dirt roads. So probably come from like here over to here or something. Or maybe it won't, and this one's just the diet version, which would also be fair. Also, you know life's weird when rain makes a game handle better for most cars. But that's just what happens when you become slidey or an Understeer Simulator. Although some cars you still end up feeling much worse in. Because now you're sliding and still understeering. Like, it's nothing exceptional, but the Kraken is probably the best Goliath we've played today so far. Best now. I think Forza Gauntlet is better so far. Because again, I did genuinely have fun with that one. Fine. And the track doesn't feel like... And the track and the checkpoint spacing and placement doesn't feel terribly... It doesn't feel like parts of the marathon where it's like, okay... Because in the marathon, right, like I said, parts of it were just absolute hell. And then parts of it were absolute hell but didn't have checkpoints, so you could just skip those parts by just off-road. Whereas this one feels like, and this makes sense given that it was DLC, it was probably at least finished and polished post-release. You know, this one feels more like, okay, we know the handling model is like this, so we're gonna make the race around it. And I feel like the roads are also wider on Fortune Island. That might just be me though. That might just be a thing that I feel like is happening and might not actually be the case. Also, I guess I can turn the driving line back down to normal since I'm not worrying about the AI ramming me on low difficulty. Aw, heck, this song's supposed to come on near the end. This one's supposed to come on during the Lego Goliath, damn it. It's fine. Nothing could get me pumped for this game. That's not even true. I was genuinely excited coming into stream. I was like, alright, I've had a great time in 1, 2, and 3. It's only been getting better, and I know 5's kind of a downgrade from 3 in terms of Goliaths, but you know, I was thinking, maybe 4 can actually, like, do some I know I kind of already said this before, but I was thinking, like, you know, maybe 4 can redeem itself with the Goliath. Maybe these will be great. Maybe these will be upgrades from 3. Maybe 5 has just these disappointing-ass Goliath. No. In fairness, again, if I'm looking for a long race, I could see myself replaying the Kraken. I think this and the Gauntlet are fine. I wouldn't even say I'm having not fun this time. I'm just not having a lot of fun. It is a fun value greater than 0. On a scale of 1 to 100, I would say that Horizon 3's mainland Gauntlet, I would say on a scale of 1 to 100, I'd give it somewhere between a 75 and an 80. As for the Gauntlet in 4, I'd give it, well, okay, I'll say negative 100 to 100. Negative 100 is just, dear God, never again. Whereas 0 is just boring and meh. I would say that 1 to 100, the Gauntlet was,
Okay, deep breath now.
about a 45 or so, I would say. Like, it's not awful. You know, again, it's something I can see myself replaying if I'm in for a long race, but it's not something I'd prioritize, especially being in this game. I'd give the Kraken here... If we're saying the Gauntlet's a 45, I'd give the Kraken a 40. I opened the map and it froze. Ah, and then it didn't open the map. Good old Dilbert, baby! Oh, and it also goes the other way, so I guess it doesn't chonk this part out. Ah, but it does go on that dirt road instead. Can I get a good view of... It goes up there and then goes up there, right? Yeah. Cool. I will drive there. Because you know what? Driving the mono has not been a terrible experience. There is a reason this is one of the cars that I drove for 90%. I drove this thing before I realized I had an influence boost car. This is what I drove before I got in the alpha. And then I realized I had the alpha. And I was just like, yeah, that's probably what I should do. Look at this. I can make small adjustments in a timely manner. Not as quickly as I'd like to be able to, like I would be able to in a good racing game, but... You know, Dilbert's not all bad, just 99%. Now... I've already driven the funny Huracan rally car. So what, oh what can I drive? I would drive the Isetta stock, but I don't know if it can make it. I can focus. Do I have rally tires on this thing? You know what? Why don't we filter here? Why don't we filter here? We're gonna go with rally, 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 rally. Wow, those are all grouped up in this game. Oh, things are actually like mostly grouped up in this game. Sort of. I don't know why these are down here. Right, we'll filter by this, and then we'll see what we've got to work with here. So I could drive this and do a funny D-class run. I don't want to drive the Nomad. I don't like the Nomad. I don't trust the Nomad in this game, because I don't like it in 5. I thought about this when I scrolled past it. Right. Okay, that's strong consideration. All of the Jeeps are low except... Oh, well. Never mind. 2 of them are low, 2 of them are high. Fair enough, I guess. I could drive either of the Lambo SUVs. This thing's upgraded. I could do that. Yeah, you know what? It might be just below top C, but I'll go with it. I'll go with a high mid C. It's a spicy car too. Also, this car is called Project Eat. I am officially going to start referring to this as the Vor car, and you cannot stop me. This is the Vor car. And I'm not gonna lie, now I want to see what happens when the Vor car and the Piss car race.
1 monster down, 1 to go. Win this, and you are the island conqueror. They're not really scared.
Don't mind me. I'm just DMing EQ that I have dubbed this thing the Vor car. All right. Well, I do tend to prefer dirt racing in Horizon 5, although I prefer road racing in 3 and also 4, but maybe, just maybe, did my difficulty turn itself back up? Also, I forgot to turn off the race line again. My bad. Hummer! I feel like Horizon 4 would be more tolerable at low speeds than high speeds in, like, low classes and stuff. But the problem is, because the game's sense of speed is so garbage, it just feels so... Sense of speed is such an important factor to how low speed racing is. Low spec racing is really fun if the sense of speed lets you feel like you're moving quickly. Or if the course is tight enough that you're just, like, always on your toes. Like, for example, I see this section that we're in right here. Like, this is one that I think lends itself well to low spec. But even then, with the sense of speed, it's a little... Still feels a little slow, but I like this. This is not bad. This is not a bad start to the race. I want the Vor car to come back in Horizon 5. I want the Vor car to come back in Horizon 5, please. I want the Vor car back. Please. Give me the Vor car. Please. It's actually a car you get from the Top Gear story. So is the tractor. I actually have this thing because you get it before the tractor. But see, going in a straight like this, like... There's just no sense of speed in low spec in Horizon 4. And like top of D-Class in Horizon 5, again, that game doesn't have the best sense of speed either, but between it being at least a bit better than this game, and also the course design lending itself a bit better, I mean, granted, I'm playing Goliaths today, but I mean, I've driven the Asetta around the big boy Goliath in 5, so... And even that felt a bit more interesting than trying to go low spec in Horizon 4. Like, I've tried doing normal races in D and C class in this game, and even B class, and it's just not the best time. But the understeer is a lot less noticeable when you're already moving slow enough. So that's at least nice. Also, I mean, I'm enjoying this course. I wish I could be enjoying it a little faster, or feeling a little faster. But I think the slow car is the safe choice in this game. Especially because I'm going to be throwing myself into the Lego Senna after this, and that's not going to be a great time. But this isn't an awful course. These are definitely improvements over most of the Goliaths on the mainland. I would still say I think the Gauntlet's better so far than the Leviathan. But I definitely prefer the Leviathan to the Kraken. It just feels like I have to do more to keep moving forward in this course. It feels less the Crew 2. See, this part you're definitely supposed to be, like, getting airtime. So it's a little disappointing that I can't, but that's fine. It's a nice, relaxing drive. We're picking up speed and I hardly notice. Gotta love it. Also, wow, I apologize for the flashbang there. Damn. Pulling up the map while driving at night in this game is a bit of a death sentence, apparently. Ooh, that looks like it's going to be a really... That section is either going to be really good or really bad. That section is either going to be pain or really fun to drive. And we'll find out which in just a moment. Ooh, I know what today's hint could be for the sleep lock. In all of the games, I need to have the game near completion or completion, depending on the game, in order to do what I'm gonna do. That's today's hint. You know, I would say probably, if this course is still fun in high speed, and I could see it going either way, honestly, but if this course is fun in high speed, I will say this thing's probably the best Goliath I've driven so far in this game. Even at low speed, I would put this thing in C class on the same level as the Gauntlet in S1, honestly. So I guess worst case scenario, this thing's the Goliath to go to if you want a low speed Goliath. Plus it'll pad it out and make it super long. I did not expect it to take like 2 minutes to get over here though, I'm not gonna lie. Ow. Am I really supposed to be in 5th? Okay. Alright, I did not feel like I should have been in 5th coming off of that collision. Ooh. Tell me I hit it. Oh, thank God. Oh! That kind of snuck up on me. But at least getting screwed up like that was my fault and not just, oops, it's too technical for the understeer of this game. See, like, a section like this is really good for low spec, even if you have a poor sense of speed at low speed, because you're still always doing something. You still have to keep up with what's going on. And sure, it's easier than doing it in cars twice as fast, but I'm never just holding accelerate. I'm always ready to turn or turning or braking or something. Like, I'm always doing or preparing for something in a section like this, even at low speed. Granted, maybe the P50 I'd have a bit more downtime. But that's the P50. That thing tops out at 40. We don't talk about the P50. I mean, we do, because it's really funny. But yeah, I would say that I would say this thing's probably the best Goliath we've driven so far. And honestly, I had fun with the Fortune Island Goliath. I came into today hoping this game could redeem itself, and at the very least, Fortune Island has done so, even if the overall game hasn't. It's so restricting when the tiny DLC maps are the only things worth playing, though. But you know what? You know what? These two Goliaths have been fun. These two Goliaths have been a good time.
Yes, I knew you could do it. Monster Slayer, Island Conqueror. Oh, I don't care what the title is anymore.
And apparently now I can go be a Viking. Should I finish the game as a Viking? Actually, I don't know if it'll matter because I'm gonna be driving a Lego car and I might be a Lego person. Ikea responded to the Vorkar thing with halt in all caps. I want to get a screenshot of the car name. I want a screenshot of the car name. I'm gonna just... Oh, you can see the name up there. Cool. Oh, wait, actually you won't. That's gonna be covered by the overlay. Never mind. Project Eat! I love it. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, let's head to Lego Valley, shall we? For our final Goliath of the day. Also, this managed to be, I'm surprised Horizon 3 has been the shortest one so far, and will remain so. I still think 5 will be the shortest overall. It'll probably be the longest stream, but the shortest as far as doing the Goliaths. And yeah, I'm definitely planning to end after I do this Goliath, because I haven't eaten today. I just wasn't hungry before I went live, and now I am. So, you know. I got hungry from all the rage and anger! This was a very angry stream. I hope it was at least funny. I hope me dissecting the logic of how the hell camera changing could be bad was at least funny. There's an audience for people just getting pissed at games, so you know. So you know. If anyone like that finds this stream, they'll have a great time. And probably call me bad in an attempt to make me more angry. They wouldn't be wrong. Nor would they make me any more angry than Dilbert has. I love how it's got antennas sticking out of it. It's like a TV. I would like to become Viking. I would like to become Viking. And then I'm gonna buy a crossbow just to drive to the Goliath and then get out of the crossbow, but we don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about that part. The unicorn bomber. Yes! You can't have glasses under the Viking helmet. That's unfortunate. Oh, I can't have the mustache under the Viking helmet either. That's unfortunate as well. Can't have gloves with it either. Okay, but the Viking outfit kind of looks nice, though. Like, here, let me... If I were to just take this off, and then, like, go full serious mode, and do this. The real problem is that this doesn't look bad. That's the real crime. I mean, even with the helmet, like, the helmet works. And yeah, no, I'm gonna go buy me a crossbow real quick. Just so it's open top and we can see the Viking. The Viking in a car. Ah, there it is. Give me the crossbow that I don't believe I already have. Don't think. I didn't see the own thing on there. We're just gonna go with colors. We're gonna go basic, bitch. We're gonna go with the black, white, orange. The whole shebang. And I'm gonna do a bit of a fun thing. Or hopefully it's fun. I'm playing Horizon 4, so that's always a toss-up. I believe I know where this Goliath starts. And I believe I know how to get there. Especially because this map's kind of small. But I am not going to open the map nor set a waypoint. I am going to find the Goliath myself. If it takes more than 10 minutes, then I'll just fast travel to it. But I will not have the GPS for the first 10 minutes or until I find it. And then obviously the game's going to make me have a GPS. And we can just enjoy the Viking in a car that we can't actually see very well. So, you know, definitely could have chosen a better car for that, but that's fine. Yeet! Why is that marked as new? I know I said not opening the map, but I've done every road race on this expansion. Except for the Goliath. Hell, I think I've done every race here except for the Goliath. Because of how unlocking the Goliath works. That's one of the showcases. Those are fun. I'm sad there's not one for the barn find, though. Yeah, crossbow in the water. Don't worry about it, it's fine. We want to go this way. Aha! Damn it. If you come at those at the right angle, you can actually get them while going away from the ramp, and it's really cool and spicy. Now, I believe the Lego Goliath starts at the racetrack. Yeah, I see it up there. What do we have for crossbow perks? Hello, Oak. Welcome back. I didn't have fun for a lot of this stream. Dude, I got the Reliant! Nice. Nice. May I have your permission to drive in a straight line instead of sliding? Understeer Simulator. There we go. I love how little it takes to spin your car in a game that understeers as hard as this game does. I just think that's very entertaining. I just think it's very entertaining that is just an actual thing with this game. No, this game is just really bad, Oak, that's all. The courses themselves are boring. The handling model sucks dick ass on a Wednesday evening in the middle of a goddamn black hole. It's just generally not a fun game. I've had fun with three of the tracks I've driven today. Hopefully making it 4. Hopefully making it 4 of the 8 tracks I've driven today. One of them wasn't bad, but I learned that the game turned my difficulty up at some point without asking me, and so I didn't know. So that was nice.
You can build, sure, but can you drive? Obviously you can. I'm just building up the hype, you know?
But can you drive up the hype? Yeah, it's just a Lego person in the car. Unfortunate. I wish it was a Lego person with the Viking outfit, but it's not. It is make me sad. This map is pretty fun to drive around in free roam, so I could see this being a really enjoyable Goliath. As long as the checkpoints aren't just asshole placement. And as long as it's not just this, the crew 2 crap the whole race. I'm sure it wasn't a box you clicked too fast through. Also, 4 out of 8 ain't that bad. That's 50%. Yeah, for a game that I hate, enjoying half of the big final boss races wouldn't be bad. Enjoying 3 still wouldn't be terrible for how much I don't like this game. And yeah, no, I'm pretty damn sure that I never got a pop-up for upping the difficulty. I know for a fact that I didn't last time I played. I know that I had my difficulty set last time I played to what I normally play at. So it would have had to have changed sometime during this stream. And the only time that I got a prompt on stream, it was trying to up it from the difficulty that it was on before I changed it. Which is now on minimum difficulty because when a game tries to cheat me, I just do everything I can to tell it hell no. Game wants to make the AI a harder difficulty than I normally drive against. Game gets to be minimum difficult. Good system. And that was the only pop-up I had today. So I have no idea when, how, or why my difficulty got jacked as far as it did. Is this really going to be like a 3-minute run just because I picked an S2 car? Damn! I mean, it's fun, but that is disappointing. Well, in true Dilbert fashion, even when this game is fun, it finds a way to let you down. How tragic. How tragic. But you know what? That was a decently fun course.
Oh, Master Builder, Goliath-class, and next, Speed Champion? Leave it with me. I've got a few ideas.
I deeply regret purchasing this game. And both expansions. But I'm still gonna blow $50 on getting all of the DLC cars before this game leaves the Microsoft store. For the sake of completion. Four out of 8's not bad. For how much I don't like this game. Liking half of the Goliaths.
Hey, cat. So,
That's not bad.
Lego people have been holding on to some of their more, shall we say, experimental house designs, waiting for a master builder capable of building them. You're gonna need a lot more bricks, though. Luckily, our Horizon and Lego techs have been back at work and have given you access to new brick challenges all over the valley.
Okay, so here's something I want
How would
to
you
know.
like to be the valley's first Lego yacht builder?
Right, so this one race was marked as new, right? See, now it's saying I have the brick things done. Why is it marked as new? God damn it, Dilbert. God damn it, Dilbert. Oh well. Anyway. You know, there are worse racing games out there. I maintain my opinion that this is the worst Forza Horizon game, and the only Forza game that competes with it is Motorsport 5. Ow. I just think the handling model and the map design of the main map they're not great. The course design doesn't seem to factor in the understeering nature of this game at all. And on top of that, there's a few key bugs, like losing rewind unless you restart the game if the game decides, screw you. Or the one where apparently it can raise the difficulty without asking. You know, the fun ones. But you know what? At least by the time they were doing the expansion Goliaths, they had a grasp on how they should be making courses in this game. So, I'm gonna wrap up here. Before I do, I'm gonna go look for someone to raid, and I'm just gonna quickly drop all 4 of the hints one more time. Because at the end of Thursday's Goliath runs, I will be revealing what the sleep lock for the channel anniversary is going to be. So, Saturday's hint during Horizon 1 was that it is so long that even though it will be sleep lock length on both weekends, I have to split it across 2 weekends. Sunday's hint from Horizon 2 was that it's going to be long, yes, but it's going to be fast-paced with minimal downtime. There's going to be something going on pretty much the whole time. Yesterday's hint from during Horizon 3 was that it involves multiple games, but it is not the entirety of any involved games. And today's hint from during Horizon 4 was that all of those games have to be near or post-completion to do what I am doing in them. Those are your hints. I am streaming Paladins tomorrow, but Thursday's weekly Horizon 5 stream will include me completing all 5 Goliaths right as we get started. Probably doing one of them in tomorrow's new car, because I think that would be really fun to do. Maybe I'll do all of them in the new car. I don't remember what tomorrow's car, or not tomorrow's car, Thursday's car is. But yeah, so I'm going to see who else is live, and we're going to go on a raid real quick here. We're going to raid this Elden Ring stream over here. So we're going to head on over with the hashtag #ThonkRaid. Thank you all so much for coming out and showing support, and I will see you all in whatever the hell you watch of mine next.